Hey Google, turn on the fire feature.
Okay, turning on fire feature.
Hello everybody, once again, Jonathan Howie, Montana Fire Pits. In this video, it's the video we've all been waiting for, plus an exciting bonus. This is how the electronic 24-volt ignition works with the Crossfire gas fire feature system. Here you go. Now, there's a lot going on in this video, so it's not really a video about fuel. It's not a video about plumbing, about electrical. You, of course, are going to consult locally with all of that, because what we've learned is no two fire features are the same. That said, let's get into it. We have a simple propane setup here. This one is fed off of a 30-pound tank and a hose running over to our sort of see-through fire feature, our demo fire feature, which in this case is 280,000 BTU propane octagonal burner, right? Electrically, what's happening is we have the 24-volt AWEIS hot surface ignition mounted to the underside of this bad boy, that when we magically tell it to turn on, it turns on. We also have this one, for demo purposes, hooked up to a simple $20 smart plug that is going to connect with Google, with Alexa, with your home automation, whatever you're doing, this guy is going to read it. And we follow that plug all the way. On the underside of this burner, let's just go through the anatomy real quickly to show you what's going on. So again, this is the AWEIS 24-volt system. Not a brand new system. It's been around for a while, but over the years, it's been perfected and it works really solid. Underneath here, you're gonna have a 6-foot whip with a plug on it. Now this can be hardwired and your electrician can take care of that. But under your fire feature, you're just gonna have a standard 120 outlet, right? Here is the electronic box that's gonna take that signal, turn it to 24 volts and tell this gas valve to open and close, okay? So then this gas valve, you can see there's fuel in right here and fuel out to the burner there. The space required for this electronic system is, we'd love to see at least 12 before you get all of your plumbing and everything done. You can see how much room that it takes up. And if you buy one of our complete systems, we've already made those accommodations. Let's go upstairs. On top then you have this wind cage that effectively has a hot surface ignition, just a little glow plug. And also this is going to send gas. When that gas valve opens, it sends it to here, creating its own pilot. Fuel will also start flowing to the jets. And this sort of, you'll see when we light it, this kind of creates a little fire here, which then senses the rest of it and the whole burner lights. It's like magic. When you buy this whole system, all of this stuff is going to come mounted at the factory, right? Because of this is mounted in proximity to the burner, and this is all mounted underneath for you. It can be installed after the fact, but I promise you, it's a whole thing. If you're waffling between electronic ignition or not, it's best to get it installed by the factory at the time of order. Here, with electronic ignition, you still are going to have a key valve, a manual shutoff, and that is located here as such, right? Now, the important distinction is the electronic ignition turns the unit on and off. You still will control the flame height manually with the key. But once that flame height is set, you can kind of just pull that key out and stick it somewhere. But if you always want to kind of control the flame height, even if you're sitting around it, you want to turn it down for some drinks, and then after the drinks and dinner, you want to turn it up to relax, you can do that. All with that little magic guy. Let's light it up. Hey Google, light the fire feature.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Turn
Hey Google, turn on the fire feature.
Okay, turning on the fire feature.
For reference, this flame right now is about 3 feet. Hey Google, turn off the fire feature. So this may be, you're gonna consult with your electrician on this, there's all kinds of tips and tricks, but you're gonna have a smart outlet that probably will have a redundant manual switch on it as well, as such. Now, one thing we do recommend is definitely have a dedicated wall switch, just like you're turning on and off a light. It's just good policy. And the whole smart home automation can come after that. But your default should be, I want a wall switch located someplace that's gonna turn that fire feature on and off. If you're like me, we don't have a remote. I don't want a remote, but I always have my phone in Google Home. We have a device set up called Fire Feature and kablow. It's a thing of beauty. The fire feature is on, and I'm remote, I'm inside, fire feature's on. Let's turn that guy off. Boom. Simple as that, it's amazing. The AWEIS 24-volt electronic ignition system, sold exclusively with the Crossfire Brass Burner System from Montana Fire Pits. As usual, montanafirepits.com to research, learn, watch, contact, everything you're gonna need to know about this stuff to communicate with your spouse, your friends, your family, and your contractors. All wanna know this stuff. So we thank you in advance, and we'll see you around the fire.